Good morning, everybody. It is time for a Tuesday morning Jay and Nay Thrift Haul. I'm Jay.
And I'm Nay.
And what's going on, man? I thrifted a long time last Thursday, Nay.
I know. I talked to you that day, and you told me how tired you were. I remember it was like hours later, and I messaged you, and you're like, I'm still thrifting. It's like, what?
Yeah, you were like, why aren't you replying to me? And I finally noticed the message. I'm like, I'm still thrifting. Relax.
I know.
Sorry about that.
Wasn't expecting that, though. That was a long day.
So, if you've watched our shows, and I've said this tip for years, and it still holds true, especially Savers, but most thrift stores will have a used costume rack or racks or section. And in that rack will be normal-ish things that could be a costume, but not really. And so I always love this time of year to go hit all the Savers, check out the rack, and I found a bunch of goodies. So I found a ton of other goodies too. I'm going to start with those. Then I'll show you what I found in the rack. Some things are costumes and some things really aren't, but they'll be good things to flip. And then keep in mind, the day after Halloween, all those things are half off. So if you happen to be, oh yeah, I'm going to be near some Savers the day after Halloween. Yeah. Yay, shopping. So I want to share with you all the stuff I found. So this is a J haul today. Nate does have one thing to share with us, but I'm going to get right into it. And we're going to talk about the clothing section first. If you saw me in my TV show Thrift Hunters, I found a 6X pimp blue suit that was awesome, and it sold right away. And I was talking to the buyer, and I said, hey, we're doing a TV show. We'd love to see you in your suit. And he said, well, and I kept calling it a pimp suit. And he said, I'd love to, but my wife thinks it's too flashy, and I bought it for church. So I was like, oh. Kept referring to it as pimp. And but this is a it's not the greatest brand in the world, but based on what I see on the eBay, I'll probably get $50 for this jacket. There's the brand, John Raphael. Most people list and describe and take pictures of these jackets horribly. So hopefully with a good title and good pictures, I'll get $50 for this jacket, and I spent $3 on it. It's a 46 long. When's the last time you bought a sports coat, Nay?
Oh, men's sport coat? Never.
We got to get you in the men's sport coat section.
I know. Nope. I just skipped that. I skipped that. Actually, the only one I bought, I did buy one. I bought one. I went back to Goodwill and bought one for you. Remember, it was like a year ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one I've actually bought.
All right, so I'm sure this is the top of your list to listen to, Nay. Meshuggah. It's a death metal band from Sweden. But what's kind of cool, it's a hoodie. What's kind of cool is the way they printed Meshuggah. It reads properly when your hood's down. So if your hood's down, people from back see you. It'll be written down, and then it's got the name of an album, Obzin, on the side there. All embroidered, very nice. I paid $3 for it. It'll probably sell in the neighborhood of $30 to $40. Black hoodies are very easy to list, obviously. There's not much to them. I need that. There we go. All right, cool. So sometimes you got to go with your gut. Nay and I have said that 1,000 times. I had no clue what this was, but I figured it was some kind of anime thing. So that is Portkis de Ace. Portkis de Ace. It's some anime thing. And there is about 72,000 keywords. So Gold D. Roger is a character. Grand Line is where they live, I think. One Piece is the name of the actual anime. And so and it's a big shirt, and it's long sleeve and yellow. All that being said, I paid $2. There are a ton of shirts for this anime, and they sell a little bit, but I think this one being the size and the color, and the 72,000 keywords, should at least get $25 for it. Where's my empty tub? Back there. Cool. Here's something that you don't see too often, and that is a long sleeve rain spooner.
Oh, yeah, that's unusual.
And that's a serious cuff, too. Look how big that cuff is.
Wow.
Now, it's all vintage Cadillacs.
Nice.
Even has the years right on the license plate, so it makes it easy. Here's the whole bummer of it.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's an extra small?
Extra small Mans.
No. Oh.
I still bought it $3. The Cadillacs. There's got to be one small dude out there that loves
Or maybe
caddies.
a woman will buy it. I don't know.
Yeah, so that was the only bummer was the size.
Wow, that's a bad size. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But I couldn't leave it behind. Oh, shoot. That was actually in the Hawaiian section, the Halloween section. So I meant to keep all my Halloween stuff together. Why is my thing dinging? I thought I turned it off. But that was in the Halloween section. I bought this for myself, but it was too short. But the brand isn't great, Faded Glory, but it's a 3X. And the keywords are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. That should do pretty well.
Yeah, so I'll get that up, and maybe somebody buys it for Halloween,
That sucks because I could see you wearing that.
I know. What's happening, everybody in the chat? Now, Tommy Bahama shirts, we always talked about buying them in the past. I think it's one of those items where the market's pretty flooded, but the one type of shirt you should still buy, and not, I still sold a good one last week, and you saw on our haul, or on our scores for 30 Business last week or the week before, I sold one for $50. But the kinds you should always still buy are the embroidered back ones. So I picked this up for $7, and I'm going to list it and sell it for about $50. So keep your eyes open for the embroidered back ones.
Yeah, that was a nice one. What size was that?
That one was a large.
Okay.
This was in the news the other day. I'm sure, Nay, you didn't notice it because you don't watch TMZ all day long like I do. But there was a rumor that Hef was dying or died from Playboy. He is very old. He's in his 90s. They said it's not true. But sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. And I happen to find a Playboy shirt. So I think I will just wait. And what I got to figure out is who this Playmate is.
Oh my.
But it's a pretty cool shirt. That's actual Playboy brand. Very 70s disco.
Can I see the tag?
Yeah, just says Playboy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I paid $3 for that. Now, this one I thought was a winner, but it really isn't. But I think I did a better listing than everybody else. So Dickies is a good quality work brand. They're not expensive. But this Dickies was specifically, they made for Fireball, which is a liquor. It's a cinnamon whiskey. And, all the rage is you do shots of Fireball. Our neighbors across the street love doing shots of Fireball. And it's got the big devil guy in the back.
I just learned about Fireball because I never heard of it.
And it's new with tags, but there's a ton of them. They don't sell well, but again, mine's new with tags. I only paid $2. I think I'll be able to do quite well with it. Use the keyword greaser for that shirt. All right, thanks. I will. And I heard what's going on in your background. If you gotta go take care of something, I'll run with the show. All right, so that was and then not that I didn't buy hats before, but I'm always channeling my inner Lonnie Oscar. So I'm looking for cool hats in the hat section. So I got this Bitchin' Slayer hat, and what's really nice is it is a Slayer label, so it's an official merchandise, embroidered on the front, embroidered on the back, and check out the bill. And man, they go so far. All the lining inside says Slayer too. So they really go all out when they make their own product. So that's very cool. I've sold this Pabst Blue Ribbon hat before, and I'm going to come back to this in a minute because I'm going to show you a tip. And these hats were $1.50 each. This is vintage Wayne's World. Now, there's a bunch of Wayne's World hats up right now, but the difference is mine's embroidered. It is made in the USA, so it's old, but it is NBC Saturday Night Live label. So most everybody else's is some modern screened-on version. So I think this should do quite well because of the age of it. And, of course, I'm going to play up the age. If you like anything you see, I'd be more than happy to sell to you before I actually have to list it. So hit me up if you like anything you see. And I had one more hat. Thought this was pretty cool. Old school trucker, Niagara Falls, puffy hat, made in Taiwan. So the made in Taiwan stuff is usually like early 80s. And so got my trucker Canada Niagara Falls with the Maid of the Mist. So no one had this exact hat, and no one ever pointed out the Maid of the Mist. So again, I'm looking for more keywords than everyone else is using, and that should help sell stuff for you. So keep that in mind. All right, so we have always said go find the Nick and Nora pajamas, and so two things. We always say find the Nick and Nora, and when you see one thing of a certain type and a size and then a second. Keep looking because you never know when you'll find the third or the fourth. Well, these are right next to each other. I'm guessing they came from the same person. If you don't know Nick and Nora, there is the label. And these are Christmas pajamas with Santa flying over the rooftops. There he is. And then here's the pants, the matching pants. And these were $6 each. And I'm going to list them for $35 to $40. And these were right next to it. Gingerbread men and gingerbread houses with the matching pants. So Nick and Nora always does well. The better the imagery, the better it'll sell. And hey, it's October. We're going right into Christmas. So time to list all that stuff. All right. I'll save this one for when Nate gets back because I want her to see it because it is one of the nuttiest sweaters I've ever bought in my life. Let's talk about shoes. All right. So I was that day, my friend Heather Worth, some of you might know her from the Thrifting Board. She lives in Vegas now. She joined me for two of the savers. And the one, I come around the corner, she'd been in the shoe section for a while, and her cart is full of shoes. And shoes don't make me passionate, but then I saw how much money was in her cart. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I better look for shoes. She found, and we have not looked them up, so I'm not sure what they're going for. She found unused Denver Bronco Adidas size 14 tennis shoes that were just amazing. And a bazillion other things. So she knows her shoes. And I'm like, man, I got to get me in some shoes. So here's my first attempt that day. These are Borns. They're called Havocs. They were $8. And I'll probably get in the $30, $35 range for them. They're worn, but they're not too bad. They're in pretty good shape. I'll give it a little cleaning. But that should do me quite well. And then the other shoes, which at first seemed like a way better score when I glanced online, looking them up, they're just okay. The brand is good, but this particular model is just not that exciting. Donald J. Pliner, made from the mountains of Italy. Some of these Donald J. Pliners can go for hundreds of dollars. This one will be about $40, give or take. The good thing is it may be hard to tell. These are actually brown with a little black. Most of them are just black, so I'm hoping that the brown will help sell it. But I'll probably get like $40 for those too. Nellie's asking, is it better to sell the Nick and Nora separately? Nah, if you find a matching set, I would sell it as a matching set. But I have found matching patterns of different sizes, sometimes at different stores. So I put those together because you're right. There is a large-chested woman with a skinny bottom or vice versa, small-chested with a big bottom. And so, yeah, sometimes just straight up large doesn't work. But if you find a set, I'll keep the set together. But if you thrift enough, you will find pieces, parts here and there. All right, so that was my first two shoes, and I'm going to look for more, especially when these sell. Once you get hooked on a product, you're like, oh, I got to sell more of those. All right, so this is the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror Disneyland purse, and this is pretty cool for a couple reasons. One is actually going to go with this hat we'll talk about in a minute, but two is goodbye Tower of Terror. It's being turned into a new ride. It ends at the end of this year, so no one has this purse right now. And the fact that it's going away, I'm guessing that they're not selling much merchandise anymore, or they're clearing out what they have. So I'm going to put this up for, I think I'm doing at least 50. It's not a real big purse, but it's very cute and very awesome. Plus, you got kind of three brands, Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, and Disneyland. Sticking in the purse bag area, neoprene Disney Mickey Mouse like briefcase computer holder. I paid $4 for it. I think I'm going to list it for $40. Didn't find this exact one on eBay, so I'm just kind of winging it. I am going to list the purse right now. I'm not going to wait till it is gone. Too bad I didn't get this up quicker because they just won a game on Sunday. But this is a brand new Buffalo Bills purse, official licensed NFL, and a company that makes them is called Little Earth Productions. So brand new, still taped together. I paid $2 for it. And I think I'll put it up for $30. The fact that they won this past week helps. Like if I had any Cleveland Brown stuff right now, it wouldn't sell. People would ask me to just burn it because we're so terrible as usual. Hello, Nate. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yes, hopefully it will be a little quieter here now.
Yeah, no worries.
Had to settle a war that was happening.
That's what happens when you have three boys.
Yes, it does.
And then I got these Laurel Birch. Purses. They're still new. They got the tag and the wood charm. It's just a light canvas purse. It's not expensive, but they were $250 each. and I have two. So I can either list in a quantity two or list one, sell one, then relist. So especially when you find quantity, you're like, it makes life easy.
Those are awesome, and crazy cat people will be
okay.
interested.
Are you ready for the craziest ugly sweater I've ever found in my life?
Okay.
All right. So let chat tell me as soon as you figure out what this sweater is. Oh, hang on. Is the button? Yeah. Because it took me a few seconds to figure out what the heck I was looking at.
Whoa. It's what is it? Hold it back more. I hold it back more.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Is it like a? Is it?
Yeah, my mom got it. I knew she would. It's called the tack room.
Okay, tack room for like a horse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all horse stuff.
Yeah.
Look at that sweater. Some horse person's gonna love this sweater.
Wow, that's ugly.
Isn't that crazy?
That's hideous.
Yeah, and that was in the Halloween section too. I screwed up how I wanted to do the show today, but that was also in the Halloween section. Wow. And for this one, I paid, excuse me, I paid $4.50. And yeah, people are saying go high. I've already done the listings. I haven't actually listed. I have done the listings. I don't remember what I put, but maybe $100. It's a badass sweater.
So my Goodwill has a Halloween section, but it's completely different. They liquidate from somewhere pre-packaged Halloween costumes, and they have like 2 rows of them, and that's the Halloween section, and they're all priced about $20 to $25 each.
Yeah, Savers makes their own costumes, so they have all new. So if you're gonna go to Savers and you've never done this, make sure there's 2 sections: used and new. Oh. New is fine if you just want something, but it ain't nothing to flip. Used is where you're digging it, and we'll get to that tub in a second.
And mine doesn't have the used section. I wish it did.
All right, so what else I got to show here? Oh, so this is a United Colors of Benetton hip bag / camera bag, new tag. Oh no. Oh. Not the tag isn't there. That's still there. And the fact that there's no dirt or anything tells me it is brand new.
Wow.
This and this and this are going to come back in play here in a second on this show. So stay tuned for that. And then I got this hat. Again, in the Halloween section, but I'll show it now. It is a goofy Disneyland hat. Perfect for skiing.
Oh,
so
that looks
it's
good
not a
on
huge,
you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a huge seller, and it says Disneyland right on the back. It's not a huge seller, but I think I have better keywords and a little better description, and we'll take some really good pictures. Now this one, I could only find one, and it's on Amazon, and it's $90. So for $4, I figured I'd give it a whirl. I got to stand up for this one. So the tack room is for all your horse riders. This is for all your tool users. It is a giant Craftsman Tools blanket. Giant. So you got a dad who likes Craftsman Tools, and
I was just gonna say that's something my dad would want. Yeah.
So, and it's super duper soft. And anyone that got a dad you need a Christmas gift for, I got the perfect blanket. It is in excellent condition. I don't know if it's ever been used. If it was used, it wasn't that much. Around our house with our dog, yeah, you can tell they've been used. So sticking in the blanket area, I found this one. Could have come from the same dad. Could be my guess. It's a blanket for the monster truck Gravedigger. And that's a big blanket too. And then the cool thing, and this is a little tip, when you find things that go together, put them together. So already thrifted, sitting waiting to be listed was this Gravedigger plush. So now I have the Gravedigger blanket and the Gravedigger plush, and now I got a nice little Gravedigger lot. So for the monster truck fan on your Christmas list, I got you covered.
And my Brendan here just said, I want that.
All right. Always look in the briefcases. I showed you that Mickey Mouse one. This is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Land Rover briefcase. Satchel hanging bag. It's fairly common. But my $5 investment will probably turn into 45, 50 bucks. All right, so let me get rid of this tub. Excuse me a quick second. Let's go to stuff, because I got some cool stuff to share with you. Are you ready, Nay?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, so everyone knows I take two tools with me. I should have had it with me. My pocket knife and my phone.
Why do you take a pocket knife?
So you can peel back labels and cut things open. But I love the line from Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Well, how about this knife? That's a knife.
Never seen Crocodile Dundee, of course.
Oh yeah. Lost on you.
No, completely. Okay.
Comes with a leather sheath. I did pay $30 for it. They're selling for like 60, and no one's got one right now. Mine's obviously new in package. So Christmas time, I'm throwing this baby up for $100.
Very nice. $100.
Yeah, the last couple sold for 60.
Wow.
And when I pay $30 for an item, it better get me at least triple. All right. We have told you many times, look for ink, look for ink, look for ink. I picked up this 78A, and I paid $3.50 for it, and it's going to sell about $50. So keep your eyes open for ink, and this will come into play with this and this and this in a bit. All right. Now, if you watched one of my other shows, Selling Past Your Expiration Date, being thrifty over 50, and you watch the episode about shells, you know there's money to be made in shells. I found this giant melon shell for $7.50. And if you look at the solds and the actives, this is going to sell for about $50. It's pretty bitchin'. I think I got to clean that pink out. I don't think that pink's natural, but it's pretty cool. So keep your eyes open. Now, sitting next to that shell, we talked about Janonias on that show, and Janonias sell for a lot of money. Now, this kind of looks like a Janonia, but it isn't. So those of you who knows what Janonias are, this one isn't, but it really looks like it. And I paid $4 for it, and I had to figure out what this is. But if this was a Janonia, this $4, this little $4 would be $50 in my hand right here. Now, this might be more, might be less. I don't know what this shell is exactly yet. Janonias are more smooth up here, and this one's more like it got crowns. There you go. See, it's not smooth. So once I figure this out, I'll let you know what this is, but keep your eyes open for seashells. I am selling both shells. I do have a lot of shells here. My shells are full. My house is full. All right. Not selling online because they're not worth a ton, but always keep your eyes open. We always talk about tiki mugs. I never remember to tell you guys about tiki salt and pepper shakers. So these are from Trader Vic's. They were $2. And I vend at a tiki event from time to time. So I'm just going to take this and put it in my booth because at minimum, I'll get 10 for it. So 5 times my money, I'm cool with that. Plus, when I'm vending, no fees. No eBay fees. On that same motif, I did find a bunch of stuff that I'm going to keep that's going to be like personal stuff. Like I thrifted this t-shirt, Zombie Hunter. I thrifted some other shirts, but here's the one thing I thrifted to keep that I wanted to show you guys. Pretty awesome. We talk about tiki mugs. We talk about all kinds of stuff. How about a bitchin' coconut shell music box with a guy playing ukulele in it? That's pretty sweet. And that was $3. Definitely vintage. Definitely cool. I know my mom's going to be like, ooh, I want that. Okay, so people are asking about expired ink. Yes, you can sell expired ink. You just got to mention that it's expired. There is still ink there. It doesn't just disappear at the expiration date. And usually it's not an expiration date. It's a recommended use by date. But beware that from time to time, it might be shot and you might have to do a refund. But I have sold so much ink and made so much money that the 1 or 2 times I've had a refund, it's just all part of that business of selling expired ink. So keep that in mind. Yeah, Mom, that is a keeper. And I don't know what song it is yet. I haven't figured it out. Okay, so I keep showing a group of items that I'm like, we're going to talk about these in a minute. When I was growing up, and I think my mom still has them, we had these little gnome Christmas elves hanging around the house for Christmas. And one of the other tips Nay and I has given you is if you see something in one spot, and then you see another one someplace else, keep looking, because then you'll find the matching third. So this is an actual 3 set that you would buy. These are made by Homeco out of Japan back in the day. And there's the label. So I can get it without the glare. So this is a cool little brand. They made some fun collectibles back in the day. There we go. That should do it.
I wouldn't have necessarily picked them up. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I paid. I think I paid $4 for the 3 or $5, and I'm gonna get like $30 for them, give or take.
Oh, pretty good.
Okay, so these elves, this hat, this purse, this hip pack, and this ink all have one thing in common. I'll tell you what. What do you, audience? You know me. You know us. You know my group, how I do things, what I use. What do you think these odd 6 things have in common? 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think these odd 5 things have in common? I do not know if Home Co. is related to home interiors. That I do not know. But there's something very specific about these 5 things that make my life very easy when I thrift them. Any guesses, Nadine?
What makes your life easy when you thrift them?
Yeah, these 5 things all have something
they all ship
very much.
Easily?
Nope. Nope, not a coupon. So I've got a Colors of Benetton bag. I will not be drinking rum while listening to them. I have a Tower of Terror purse. I have a PBR hat. I have an HP ink. And I have Home Co. elves. What do they all have in common?
They're all branded with a...
Nope.
I don't know. I'm just guessing out of...
So I use...
Why don't you tell us?
Katie's onto it. Yes, Katie, you got it.
Oh.
You've sold them before, and I use Ink Frog, and Ink Frog's a third-party lister. And what I love about Ink Frog is forever. All these things I've listed before. This was in the exact same condition as my last one. Don't even need new pictures. Just click relist. Same with this. The last one I found had the actual tag. So all I got to do is take new pictures, and the listing is ready to go. These came in the box last time, so fresh pictures, but all I got to take out is the word box, and I'm ready to go. And this, I sold the 2-pack, so the listing was just fine. I got to take out the pictures. I changed it to a 1-pack, and I'm ready to go. So that's the joys of using a third-party lister that holds all your stuff. So those listings, I didn't have to do much at all. A couple of them I just clicked launch.
Yeah, that is.
So easy peasy. Now, the only thing I would warn you is, what name?
That is easy. Did you figure out how to save your drafts again, or?
Yeah, I went back to using the old version. So.
Oh, okay.
Through the new.
Yeah.
The one thing to keep in mind, though, some of these listings were from like 4 years ago. Shipping has changed radically in 4 years. So make sure that if you're going to use a third-party lister and you go back to a 4-year-old listing, that you're right on your shipping. You don't want to screw yourself. So always keep that in mind. Tara said, I thought it was going to be something exciting. It is exciting, Tara. I don't have to do any work for these. Click. Easy peasy. The joys of being a thrifter and using a third-party lister. Yes, there is a cost for it. And I think I pay $19, $18 a month. But it holds unlimited storage for both pictures and listings. And right now I got like 50,000 pictures and 20,000 listings. And so, I can go on forever. Back to other tchotchke stuff. This is not a great brand, but it's Emerald. Oop. It is coming up to Christmas time. Cute snowman bowls. And they were $1.50 for the pair. So I figured I can't go wrong for $1.50 for a pair of bowls. And I think I'm going to list them for like $30. And then I'll probably take around $22, $23. Staying in the ceramics vein, I got this awesome Betty Page mug with a wickedly cool handle. So it's all pictures of Betty. There's a little Betty inside. But what's cool, and for those of you who don't know, Betty had a main photographer. And the main photographer was Bunny Yeager. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull that up. But Bunny's name is on the bottom because these are her pictures. So now I have 2, and Bunny's a big name. Bunny was the main photographer for the first I don't know, 20 eBay, Playboy, eBay. Whoops. So I've got 2 major brands. Yeah, I know. 2 major brands, Betty Page and Bunny Yeager, in the same mug. So couldn't find this mug at all on eBay. And so I'm going to throw it for like $30, $35. And I paid $1.50 for it.
Nice.
Hey, you got excited about Laurel Birch before. How about this?
That's crazy cat person paraphernalia.
Yep.
Again,
So
yeah.
what it is a 3-piece set. So here is your tea mug, tea for one.
Nice.
Here is your teapot with a little heart on top. And there are different versions of this. This one will sell in the neighborhood of $25, $30, and I paid $2 for it.
Nice.
Now, this one caught my eye. I didn't know the artist, Judy Bomberger, but I could not imagine a more whimsical, Seussical birdhouse than this. It is ceramic. It's never been used, clean as a whistle. And
looks very breakable.
I'm thinking of, yeah. You don't want to hang it here in Vegas because the winds will kick the shit out of it. But I'm thinking $35, $40, and I paid $3.99 for it.
Nice.
All right. And then, they always, Savers always has a Christmas section. Obviously smaller throughout the year, then it'll get bigger real soon. But I snagged this puzzle for $2, and it routinely sells in the past for $25, $30. But no one's had it for a while. It's official it was exclusively made for the Warner Brothers store by the Cartoon Network. And look at all these keywords. You got like 14 characters on there.
Is that sealed?
No, it's not sealed.
So you're going to do the puzzle?
No.
So
appears to have all its pieces is what I'm saying.
That can come back and bite you though.
Oh, if it does, it does. But but I think it'll still do well, about $30.
Yeah, I don't buy them anymore. That
all right, so hanging on the wall of baggies. I always tell you, look at the wall of baggies. I got some sweet vintage, and I'll tear it open here so I can show you. Disney party supplies. So for $1.50, I got these Mickey cups. 1, 2, 3 Mickey napkins. And even older Snow White napkins. So I figured that was a good purchase for $1.50. Now, that was the wall baggies because they have a party supply little wall, and then they have a party supply section. And I think, this is even cooler than the Disney stuff. Vintage Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman party supplies.
Wow, that is pretty cool. I like that.
Party pack for $8.
Wow.
So that is pretty sweet. Now, I've not looked this up yet, but again, I paid $1.50. I have a sneaky suspicion I'll make some good money on that.
$1.50?
Yeah, and hey, it was made.
Oh my God!
It was made
actually sealed in the original bag.
Oh yeah, and it was made in Philadelphia. Get out of here!
Wow.
1991 DC Comics.
Wow, that is just.
This sat around someone's house since 1991.
That is
Can you imagine
crazy.
that? Yeah. So I'll be selling that. All right, cool. So that'll be going to that pile. I'll do that pile in a second here. Again, on the shoes. Now, I paid a little bit more than I normally would because I'm kind of new to shoes, but I felt the brand was right, and I couldn't find this exact pair. But I went nuts. I paid $25 for a pair of shoes.
All right, let me see.
And you've seen it, I think, if you watch my little mini haul from the car. But man, how do you leave these behind?
Are they pliant? They're pliant. What are they?
They are Alexandria G.
Oh.
Now, they've been used a little bit, but not much. And man, what I really liked was the little indent under here has the spikes too, as does the strap. Now, when I do shoes, I usually just throw them up on the table. I give them a little flare. My friend Vicky has feet for women's shoes. And because of this strap, I need to go borrow the feet because I definitely think it'll way better with the feet.
I think that you're not going to, the brand is secondary in that case. That's not a.
It was pretty good. I looked up Alexandria G. She makes funky shoes, and they sell pretty well. But I did not see these spike ones anywhere. And what a perfect time!
I'm just saying you're going to sell them on the spikes and the funkiness, and not that brand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think.
So yes.
What are you going to put them up for?
I don't know, but I'll say about $100.
You might get that.
What do you think?
I would go lower personally, but
okay, 99.
You could use best offer, so you can shoot for it and go best offer.
All right, and I also look at always the keychains. This is the Island of Hong Kong Hard Rock Cafe keychain. No, no one's got it, but I used WorthPoint to find out the last couple sold in the $20 range, and the keychain was $1.
Wow.
So it'll be quick to list, easy to ship, and not much work involved at all because other than 1, 2, there's no other pictures to take. And, you can list this in seconds because there's not much to it. And then obviously you throw it in a little bubble mailer with some bubble wrap.
Oh, yeah.
Off it goes. Doesn't break. All right. So Lorna said those shoes are 100 on Poshmark and they're used.
Okay. So there you go.
All right, I got a few more things to show you, and then we're going to dive into the Halloween stuff. I'm going to show that one last. And to you, I got outside my comfort zone, and I went into the linen section, and I got this Disney comforter.
Oh, yeah. Ah! What did you do?
I just whacked my hand with my seat fan.
Oh, okay. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, so it was, let me tell you how much the comforter was. Now I just have the tag.
That was a good deal.
I think it was it was $650.
Yeah.
And it's a late 80s, early 90s Disney.
Looks like it's 80s. That is awesome.
Can I turn the reverb down? I don't have reverb. That would be my voice. There's no settings for reverb. I'll turn the mic volume down a little bit. But yeah, there's no reverb settings. I wish it was that high tech. I wish, but a little echo would be awesome. All right. I thought this was my wife's size. Apparently, I don't know how tiny my wife is. This is a man's small, not a women's small. And I paid $750. But it's a puffy LL Bean winter coat. Still very nice. I bought it for my wife, and she goes, size. She put it on, and there was still like a foot left on the sleeve from where her fingers ended. So, whoops. You think I know how big or small she is by now? Apparently, I don't. And then of this, this homemade dragon is awesome. I paid.
That's all crocheted, isn't it?
Yeah, I paid $275 for him. And I figured, I mean, the work that went into it is worth way more than $2.75. But I don't know if there's gonna be a huge market, but I thought it was very cool.
He might have been made from a kit. I have a crochet turtle that's
yeah, I would assume it was a kit.
Yeah. I mean, you might be able to find the kit and then.
Okay. So, which y'all tuned in for. Actually, let's show your one thing, Nay, and then I'll finish up with all the Halloween cool stuff.
So today on the thrifting board, we have our heaviest item in your store day. We're doing a breast cancer week, and we're using the word hope, so H, heaviest item, and we're giving a breast cancer fact every day in the social media thread. So because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, for those of you who don't know. So I have a heavy item to list today, and I will get it shared in the social media thread. I will be listing this after the show. It is a Le Creuset. This is definitely a Bolo brand stock pot. It's pretty heavy, and it's never been used before. It's obviously not in the original box, but it looks brand new, and the insert is actually in there. So I
love when you thrift cooking supplies like that, and the instructions are still inside.
Yeah. So and if you look at the bottom too, like the original price tag is kind of peeled off, but it's still there. So it obviously hasn't been like through, washed or anything. So it's got to be brand new and just never. So I will be, I have to look this up. I'm not sure, but I do know that Le Creuset and the red ones do sell pretty well. So I will definitely get this listed today as my heaviest item. So, because I don't really have a lot of heavy items in my store, and I was like, I don't have anything to list. And then
can I list this as my heaviest item?
No, that would be removed.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, very cool. And what'd you pay for that, Nay?
I paid, no, this was from my storage unit, so it was a while back. I think I paid $10 for that pot, which
And what's it going to sell for?
I don't know yet, but it will sell for more than 50. I would say. Yeah, I have to look up that exact. It's a big pot, so.
Very cool. All right, so here's what y'all turned in for. In the Halloween section, you will definitely see Halloween things, and then you'll be like, well, that's not Halloween, but hey, that's why I like that section. And you're about to see the craziest silver tab Levi baggies you've ever seen in your whole life. All of you, not just Nay. This is the craziest silver tab baggies ever. All right, for starters, I found this bitchin' skirt. Oops.
Wow. Oh.
So I paid $375 for it, and I thought that was pretty cool. Save that for a second. All right, now big enough to be an ugly sweater. It's actually quite nice, and it's more fall than Halloween. Got some pears. You got some fall pumpkins and leaves, and then it's got stuff on the sleeve. On it. It was $1.50, and so for $1.50, I'm like, well, I have to buy that sweater. And it's a good brand. It's a Tierra International. They make some good holiday sweaters. So for $1.50, I figured I can't go wrong. It's a size extra large. You know, if I sell for $25, that's a good return on $1.50.
So Lynn said, "Oh my God, what size is the shirt, Jay? The skirt."
The skirt.
Yeah.
It is large, Lynn. All right, so shoot, I forget his name, but so I saw this hanging out the rack, and I'm like, I wonder what monster that is. And then I noticed it says Disney 2007, and it's one of the bad guys from one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So it comes with a full costume. Normally, I bought the head for $1.50. I have it listed for $27 or $28. So that's a pretty cool mask. And then some of you saw this the other day. I'll close that for a second. So, but I had to have it. So now I can be. So not a mask per se, but it's a rubber head to finish off your Medusa outfit. So this is pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, I love the snake heads.
There's no brand to it. Made in Mexico. I found out a lot of masks are made in Mexico. So this will be pretty cool. I got it up for like $25 or $30.
The last Halloween that I actually dressed up for, I was Medusa.
Okay, I'm close down here for a second because this one's even more badass. Are you ready?
And is that a specific character, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's Dr. Decker from the movie Nightbreed, which is a Clive Barker movie. So this was $2. $2. I didn't know who he was, but what I saw on the tag was, I don't know if you'll be able to read it. It says Lionsgate, which is a movie company. So I'm like, $2. I'm going to take it home and figure it out. So this will sell in the $50 range. And it's pretty cool. It's got the tie-ups in the back. The zipper actually works as I showed you. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so those were Halloween things.
I said you better get all those Halloween things listed now.
This, I got to see how much this weighs. This was in the Halloween section. So everything else you've seen so far is pretty much Halloween. This is not truly Halloween. I'm going to tell you how much it weighs first. 5 pounds of denim. It is a full coverall Sean John denim outfit. It is awesome. And I paid $9 for it. And it's from a specific collection. This collection, whatever this is, 110469, I'm guessing his birthday. And I'll probably get like in the neighborhood of 60 to 75 for it. But this was just hanging in the costume section like it was a costume. So Thought that was pretty cool. Along the same lines, and this is a costume, hanging next to it is this official Dharma Initiative jumpsuit, coveralls. And Nay, you don't know this, but there was a show called Lost that you saw being filmed, if I recall. But this is from the show. Here's the official Lost merchandise, ABC Studios. And so this, the last couple sold for $180, and I paid $8 for this. Actually, although not Halloween, it is vintage, made in the USA, Daffy Duck Christmas sweatshirt. Now, these sweatshirts don't do bang-up business, but I could probably get $25 for this, and it was $3 in the Halloween section. This, I'm so sad. I wanted to wear it, but their sizing is so off for this brand. I don't know what I'm going to do with the sizing in my title because it ain't accurate. So this brand is Faux Real, and it says it's 4XLB. So bigger than me. So it should fit me a little sloppily. Arms, but I can't. It gets stuck right here and it's too short. So their sizing is a little off, but it's so badass. It's ugly Christmas sweater, long sleeve t-shirt, and it says, "Come lick my candy cane." So again, in the Halloween section, I was going to hopefully keep it, but don't fit my arms. So I'm going to sell it, but I paid $3 for it. This was in the Halloween section. Bob Mackey, he was the famous designer who did all Cher's costumes, wearable art. His shirts don't sell all that fast, but I felt the subject matter was very timely since there's all these creepy clown sightings. Hey, it's creepy circus clowns on a Bob Mackey shirt. So, and it's in great shape. I don't know if it's ever been worn before. So I figure the creepy clown element will do well for that. Time for the craziest silver tap baggies you've ever seen. Are you ready, Nadine? Distressed, so that's cool though. People like that. But someone really tricked these out. They have about 1,000 different patches on them. All strips, all the same length and width, all different material. What do you think, Nay? I don't hear you. Fix your setting. So, chat? What do I call this? Patchwork? Is that what you call it? Patchwork? There you are. There you are. Nope, you're not there. I was kidding. Yeah, someone is going to love these. And I did pay $5 for them. But I thought they were so awesome I had to rescue them. I do not hear you, Nadine. Yeah, and they are definitely worn. I hear you now.
Okay, so I would call them, I would call them patchwork. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, aren't they?
Yeah, though? And I don't know how high, but I would price those high because they're one of a kind. You have that no one's ever going to find that exact pair again. So.
And those were in the Halloween section. Now, if some of you saw my haul or any of my ride-along videos, you know I found this devil mask. It's got this long goatee. It's got long hair. I was just getting ready to list it. And last Thursday when I was out, guess what I found? Stuff you're about to sell. If you can put things together, it'll help you sell things like those 2 Gravedigger items. I found the devil's outfit. So it's real long, but boy, this mask and this now I got a full outfit. You can buy a costume for me, and that's all you need, and you're good to go. And this was $3. So the $3 mask, the $3 tunic, and I got at least a $30 costume now. Okay, I got 3 more things, and then we are done. I saved the best for last. All right, you thought the tack room sweater was awesome. How about, I'm not even sure, there's many things going on here. How about Explorer Safari Guy sweater?
Oh my. Wow, that's
again in the Halloween costume section.
Okay. Oh my goodness, that's a crazy one.
You got a camera, you got your bag of gold, you got your satchel, your hat,
pockets in the front,
got some rope, and you got the faux gator teeth as your closures. So that's pretty awesome. And then the last thing I found in, you should always look for this brand, and they put it in the Halloween section because of the colors and the colors alone. Loudmouth pants or shorts. Amazing brand. Where's my tag? So there's the lining. It says Loudmouth. But here's the pants. They are plaid, orange, black, and white. So,
wow, that's crazy.
They will be so perfect for someone's Halloween outfit for sure. So those
either that or a hipster, some hipster will buy those.
Yep. These were $5, and I've always sold my Loudmouth pants because what Loudmouth does is they'll make patterns and they'll retire them. So if you happen to like this plaid, they don't make it anymore. The only chance is to get them on the secondary market. So I'm going to get at least $50, if not a little bit more for these. They're not a huge size. I think they're like 34s or something, but they'll still do quite well. And now the ultimate, the Mac Daddy, the thing that we all like, oh my God, I can't believe I found this. Didn't know it existed. Didn't know I was looking for it. But holy shit, this is the item that I can't wait to show you. This is a leather jacket. It says 6X. It fits me exactly. I'm a 3X, so I'm actually going to call it a 3X in my title. I'm going to show you pictures in a second because I can't show you well enough on this. But it is a fully embroidered King Kong Beauty Killed the Beast leather jacket. It is the most.
Oh my goodness. And how funny. We just watched, for the first time, the King Kong movie yesterday. I watched it with my kids. First time ever.
Now, which version?
The newer one with Jack Black, but I haven't seen either versions. This is my first time to see.
All right, so let me show you the pictures because me holding it here ain't doing it justice. So there is Kong. There's the Empire State Building. There's the rest of New York City embroidered from front to back, top to bottom. So there's a close-up of Kong. Then across the top, it is stitched Beauty Killed the Beast. There's a front that says Kong. See how nice it fits me? But I don't have a lot of need for a heavy leather coat here in Vegas. And I paid $20. And that is all, ladies and gentlemen. I can't find this anywhere. And the brand says Kong on the inside. It's heavy duty. The only bummer is it's got this little bit of paint on it, like somebody sat on a wet bench. But it kind of works into the aesthetic. I'm not too worried about it. And the zipper needs a little work. I'm actually going to take it to the seamstress, have her fix the zipper. But $300 maybe? What do you think? This is the nuttiest thing.
Yeah, I would go really high with that one. The paint may be I don't know, that's a deal breaker there because I wouldn't have even noticed it. And
Stacey pointed it out, and I hadn't noticed it.
Can you, I wonder if when you take it to the cleaners, if there's anything they can do to try to get that.
Yeah, the seamstress I use at the cleaner, so I will have her check. But it's one of those finds that if you've never spent more than like say $5 on an item, and you see this is the kind of item that should get you out of everything's got to be $1 because this was an easy $20 purchase. And originally I
would have grabbed that too. Yeah, they had
$30 on it, but I saved 25%. So. $30, I still would have grabbed it. This thing was so mispriced, but if they did any research, it's hard to find. I can't find one, and this can't be the only one in existence. But maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe some custom-made jacket. But it is so badass.
Mine says you should maybe price it high at auction.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Maybe maybe the sky's the limit with it. I don't know if people want it bad enough.
So
it's a unique one.
And I didn't show you guys everything. There was a couple meat and potato, middle of the road things that are just sitting downstairs. No need to bother showing you. And all the stuff I bought for myself. Oh, but I will tell you, I can't reveal right now because she'll see. I'm going to win the holiday season. I've been with my wife 26 years. I thrifted the coolest Hanukkah gift ever for her, right where I bought the knife. I was buying the knife. I was walking out, and I noticed this gift out of the corner of my eye, and I said, "Can I see that?" And it was so amazing that I've only shown one other person, Vicky, and all her reaction was, "Who the hell donates that?" So you're going to have to wait a couple months, but you can find anything thrifting. And that's the whole point of our shows, our groups. This was just one day of me thrifting. And I didn't show you everything. and I got a lot of money sitting here. I don't have the exact total I spent that day, but I'm going to make a ton of money. I think I'll probably make more off the jacket than I spent on everything. So do some marathon days, do some digging. I know people like the dollar items. I know people like to go to garage sales. Me, I'm getting older. I like to go to air-conditioned thrift stores that have bathrooms that are easy to shop because the aisles are big. That's what I like.
We're doing a marathon day when you come to Philly next time.
All right. So that was my 10.5-hour day. I want to show you guys that there are great stuff to find. There are, people say there's nothing good to find. I think I just showed you there's tons of good stuff to find. Now, real quick, of the 6 stores, 4 had great stuff that I bought off of the Halloween rack. 2 had nothing. And their racks were full of good stuff for costumes, but nothing good enough to flip. So, but that's how it always works. When I do this, every time I go out and do all 6 savers, there'll be one that'll be just amazing. I'll spend 4 hours, and there'll be one that'll be like, nah, there's nothing here today. So, don't get discouraged. If you happen to hit the bad one first, don't give up. Keep going. There's always a good one. When you hit 6, there's always a great one, and there's always a crappy one, and the rest are in the middle. So keep that in mind. And that's it. Look at that. We did it like right on the hour, Nate. Right on the hour. It's 10:58.
Yes.
And then for those of you who haven't seen, I'll give you a quick preview of my new tattoo because it's scabbing up really nice right now. Where am I going? Right.
Go back a little bit.
Right
there
there.
we go. Perfect. Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yep.
Love
So I had
it.
a big giant scar in my arm, and now I have a big giant shrunken head on my arm. And then we're gonna build the rest of the sleeve around that shrunken head. So that's my new ink.
Very cool.
Looking like zombie-ish right now. So very apropos for this time of year.
Yes, it is. I love it.
All right. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Please do me a favor. Do us a favor. Click the like button right over here underneath where Nate's head is. And then underneath where my name is, click the subscribe button. Tomorrow night, we're doing really quick shows, turnarounds here. Tomorrow night is our weekly episode of Thrifty Business with Jay and A. And we have 2 guests on. We have 2 sets of guests on. How to work with your spouse. And we're going to find out. Do they want to kill each other every day? Do they enjoy working with their spouse? Have they made a grave error in working with their spouse? We will find out tomorrow night. And then both couples, so Mark and Robin and Rich and Nyla are the 2 couples that are running the Ecom Chicago event that Nay and I are speaking at in a couple of weeks. If you have not signed up yet, there are still a few tickets left. You should come see us. It's going to be a great, great show.
And we're raising money for the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Big plus. So.
And so tomorrow night we're going to talk ecom. We're going to talk working with your spouse because I know a lot of us do it. My mom and dad do it. I don't do it, but my spouse does help me thrift from time to time. So not everyone does it, but we'll hear from, hopefully, people who do it successfully and enjoy it. We'll find out tomorrow night. We'll see if we can get the truth out of them. So that's tomorrow night, 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West Coast. And that's it. So thank you, Nay. Thank you, live audience. Thank you, after the fact audience. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
Have a good day, everybody. Bye.
Bye.